good morning, wherever you are in the world. Good afternoon. Happy to be with you for this session to work on our practice Play More. It's our last support session for this practice. Next Monday, we'll greet a new practice. But here's a little reminder. When we change practice, it doesn't mean that what we have been playing with is over. This is something we build on, and we really have a whole toolbox of practices, love and success practices that will help us going through challenges, through hurricanes. And we know out there it's quite intense right now. So I invite you to be very vigilant with your practices and play more. That was our practice this month. So here's what I would like to discuss this week. Tonight. This week has been about playing more and really going into facing our shadows. It's been about not just being playful, just like, playing cards or playing dancing or doing this. It's really finding that place in us that is playful. And this is something we don't necessarily have to do, but we have to be. So this weekend, I really went into facing my shadows. I actually posted on something on that. And it's really about allowing myself to be playful with my shadows. So I was in nature, and well, first of all, I played physically on the doing. I could see my shadow. I was taking pictures, and I was playing with it, and talking to it. Hey, I'm glad you're here. And this is something we do sometimes that it's a big mistake because we want our shadow to not be there. Our shadow is part of who we are. It completes us. So it's very important that we greet that part of us, as ugly as it can be or as challenging as it can be. But it is our mission to really be playful with it. So this is what I did. And I played with, my laziness. That's one of my shadows. I played with my fears of what's going on in the world. That's one of my shadows. Even though the practices are always to keep us out of fear, because we know when we're in fear, we're unplugged from love, guys. We're all human, and at some points we may have those moments where we lose it and we're just kind of like losing track, we're losing hope. It becomes stressful. We see that things are not happening the way we used to. In our family dynamics, it has changed. In our work dynamic, a lot of people have lost their jobs, or their companies went bankrupt, or belly up. It's like, it's a normal thing nowadays. It's like a lot of people are struggling. So we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to reinvent the being, not the doing, and trying to do something and replace it, but the being. So the shadows are always there playing with us and waiting around the corner for us to be weak, for us to lose hope or lose the connection with love, and boom, the shadow will come and play and take us down. Now, I'm going to also make a parallel with that because it does the same thing. You imagine COVID or any virus, anything that is an attack, you imagine that it's a big brain that is above us. And that brain is watching us, and it's watching us constantly. So it's going to pay attention to every thought, every word, every action, every intention that we have. And if it's not aligned with love, you guys, it's going to take us down. If we have understood this, and if we can really have a relationship and a dance and play now with that brain, call it COVID, or it can be, I don't know, a stress at your work. It can be your relationship, your couples. Couples have gone through lots of challenges. People that are single are really panicked because, oh, wow, I'm alone. There has been the confinement, and there has been so many things that have come to poke at us. Who are you? Show me who you are. How strong are you? How are you going to go through this hurricane? How really plugged into love are you? How really impeccably aligned with who you are? And are you ready and willing to show up no matter what? No matter what. I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I've slept 4 hours today. I had a meeting early this morning. I went to bed for 2 hours. Then I had a meeting this afternoon. I went to bed for 2 hours. I was done. I was so tired. And instead of fighting it, instead of resisting it, I greeted it, and I played with it. I said, well, you know what, let's go to bed. Let's have a moment of relaxation. And I meditated, and I rejuvenated myself and recharged myself. And here's something, you get out of bed, and I had the promise to be here with you tonight. This is my promise every Monday, no matter what. So unless I am out of internet and I cannot be with you, this is what I've promised. And it's important that when you are here for a purpose, you honor that purpose no matter what. So it's easy to have like, I'm not feeling well, and then be the little victim. But here's the invitation is to really replug to love. I'm here. Boom, I'm going. Can you tell I'm tired? Maybe. But you know what? I'm not tired right this moment because I'm giving my juice. And most importantly, I took some juice for me first. So many people do this mistake, right? We want to save the world, we want to help everybody, we want to love, we want to change what's going on out there, but they forget themselves. So this is very important, you guys. That's one way you can play with who you are and with your being. Not playing cards, dancing, doing drawings and stuff. It's one way to play, but there's that playfulness from you to you, and make it seeking the purpose to be happy, seeking the purpose to be playful, seeking the purpose to be turned on. That is a beautiful practice. And I invite you to celebrate that place in you once you have it. Like today, I'm in bed, I'm totally relaxed, I'm meditating and stuff, and I celebrate that place in me that still is joyful because I honored myself. So this is a very important part of the playing more. Let's not be so focused on the outside and the doing, but to come back to the being. That's a very important thing. And I want to come back again to facing our shadows, but also this big brain watching us. Our mission is to stay plugged into love. That is our first layer of protection from any attack. The attacks from people, it's like like an armor. You will have an arrow coming, and then boom, it's reverted. Like the arrow is not reaching you. And so the attacks from people, the criticism, or mean people, like just earlier on Facebook, a guy was just like so nasty with me. I was not even friend with him on Facebook, and he's like, "Can you block me? Like that would be nice." I'm like, "Buddy, just block me." Like, and we just can't deal with this anymore. This is the lower vibration, and it's an art to stay in love for us. It's not about being criticizing him or being mean to him, but just saying, hey, thank you very much. You feel free to block me, and I wish you well, because it's an energy that is dragging us. So pay attention to your thoughts, your words, and the people around you. Like in your teams, if you're building some projects, or if you have a company, in your neighbors, in your friends, like choose who you're with, because the dark is dark and darker by the minute, because those people not necessarily are aware of what I'm talking about, this brain above us that is going to take us down. The moment we release our guard, right? The moment we're on the weakest side, we're a little bit tired, we're a little bit distracted. So being really careful. Um, the one thing also about distraction, if you are in a relationship, be aware that to the degree you are leaving open doors, that you're never really engaged with the person you're with. You're always kind of talking about distractions, right? So guys, it's easy to see a beautiful woman and oh my God, like, oh, she's sexy, yeah, we all have that. And us women, we love to see beautiful guys too, right? So it's the same. But it's this impeccability. It's time to really have an hermetic uh, armor around us, because that is also what takes us down. So if you're building a business, if you are wanting now to start something new, to reinvent you, or take your business to the next level, you must consider this impeccability and this way of being totally hermetic. Know what you want and go for it. No distraction. Those distractions will take you down. So This is a beautiful reminder. If you are single, it's the same. You know, put your intention on what you want to attract. Remain pure with your intention, your words, your thoughts, your desires, and nurture them in love. Play more with your list. Play more with the joyfulness. Feel the joy in welcoming this divine partner in your life, but don't try to force anything. If it's happening or not, this is not of your, none of your business. Your Our own responsibility is to remain in love and impeccable. So those are the ways to play more for this last week until next Monday. We're going to greet the new practice. And I invite you guys to come and sign in into the event and be on Zoom with us. If you are on the live, because it's live on Facebook as well, that's fine. But if you're on Zoom, you can actually exchange with us because you're live with us. You can ask questions, contribute, share, whatever. So I invite you to do that. It's all in on our event section in our page here, World INLIGHT Partners. And yeah, it's so much fun. So take it to the next level. Remain in this impeccability of love. It's so much easier to do life. What's going on in the world is going anyway. And if we greet it with love, it's much easier than if we try to resist it with fear, with anger, with resentment, with judgments. That was our practice last month, right? Observe with detachment. Don't engage. It's happening. So what is your absolute responsibility in what is happening in the world is for you to stay in love for you inside first, and then through your gifts and talents you can open to share your gift with the world. And that is when you're absolutely aligned and impeccable and very strong, very successful in what you're doing. And so if you want to reinvent yourself or your business, or you feel it's time to change employment, maybe change direction in what kind of job you have been, or you feel like it's time to build a business, then go for it and remain in that impeccability. And I want also remind you that this is what I do. I help people clear what's going on so that they can be aligned with their soul purpose. We're here for a reason. And the more we're plugged into love, the more we can offer that juice to the world. It's delightful. So reach out to me if you want to have an exploration call. If you want to see where you're at and what's missing, I can give you some keys. I'm always happy to be of service that way. And we have lots of beautiful things coming up with World INLIGHT Partners, but this is going to be for the next few months. I will keep you, just know there is something magical. Be part of the community, invite your friends, share the videos. Everything is reposted on the YouTube channel, Lover Dose of Good News. And so just be part of it. Practice, practice, practice. Play more with your practices. All right. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful week ahead. Manifest and create what you want in love. All right. Cheers. See you next week. Bye.